Okay, can somebody help me with the last JavaScript Abi, the last script, the last Java, no, the last script I shared with you. Can someone help me to share it? Because I think I'm using a different laptop. Please, am I audible?
Yes, sir, you're audible.
Yes, sir. Yeah, audible, sir.
Yeah, can you help me to share the our last code? Help me to share it on this chat for this Zoom.
Done, sir.
Hmm? Done. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, so we are going to continue from there. What do you have? What do I have here? Okay, some JavaScript. Anyway, is it okay? Is it only this one I shared? What about the HTML? Did I share the HTML?
You didn't share the HTML, sir. It was just the JavaScript you sent
Ah,
to the group.
really? I mean,
Yes,
people did not
we
ask.
we we actually didn't know that it was meant to like come along. I personally thought that I was just meant to include it in my own um
Okay, so
HTML
let's do
file.
that.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, we'll continue from there. I create a JavaScript folder and then this is my JavaScript. So I'm just what I want to do is to save it inside here, calling it my JS. Mm, let me call it account JS so that we give it something that is relatable to you. So I'm using it to process accounts. Account JS. Wait. Okay, yeah, the JS. It carried it. If I want to reference it now, let me drag this guy. This guy is stopping. So if I want to reference it right here, what I have right here. So remember I said that it's better we reference it at the bottom, right? Script. JavaScript. Source. JS. Accounts. JS. .js. Okay, this should work. Okay. So this is what I ran. I think this got some error that somebody identified, kind of. Okay, should be validate account. That's Tunji, I remember. Okay, let's run this. Something is not running. It's not executing. So let's open our inspect console. See, our console is here. Something is not running. Unsave, blah, 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 blah. What's that code to run JavaScript?
Sorry, sir. I think when I was running mine also, I noticed this kind of error. So when I
Eh.
checked the
So what
um,
did you do when you noticed the
ChatGPT,
error?
was telling me that I need to install this extension, Light Server, right? On I think
Which
yeah,
light
Light
server?
Server,
No,
something like that.
you don't
So
need to add anything.
I also had the same experience. Although my own
Really?
my own when I tried to run it, it did not even pop up anything. Like I clicked on the console, it didn't pop up. So I reached out to one of my colleagues too in the team, and
Hmm.
he was trying to like put me through it. But as at the time I
Hmm.
tried it, it did not even show it. Like I didn't even say anything. I was now thinking that what really was the problem.
Were you able to solve it?
No, I'm still on it.
Uh-uh. You're still on it. So
Yes,
why didn't you bring it up on the group?
I actually reached out to someone on the group. I I just reached out to the person because I needed to attend to something. So I reached out to the person and then I was supposed to actually get back to him. I was supposed to get back to him. So I noticed that I reached out to him that, oh, this is actually what I
Since
noticed.
it will get fast, it's better to put it on the platform.
Okay, okay, sir. Thank you.
It makes it more easier that way. Okay, it's working now. So what was wrong? So now another thing you need to pay attention to is if something did not work and you try to change something and it began to work, you try to check what did I do wrong and what did I do different. So this one is working, but this did not work. So why didn't it not work? We need to investigate. Script. Is it because of I put type JavaScript there? I think that should not be the reason. SRC, yes. JS, they're assessing the same thing. And then script close. So possibly it's because of this guy. That's why it's not working. This type I put there. But it should not. I think, let me try test. Test slash this. Let me try this. So most time, there are 1 million reasons why some things will not work. You see it's working now. Do you see? So denying load of URL resources must be web. Okay, what's causing this error? Okay, this is a Chrome extension. So this one is a browser problem. This is not your problem. You get that? This is not your problem. I'm suspecting, but we'll look at that later. We'll look at how to clear that, but that's not your problem. The most important thing right here is my code is running. So you see the type that is accepting is text slash JavaScript. That's why it didn't run. So did you get what I just did just now? What I just did just now is a way to troubleshoot. Did you get it?
Yes, sir.
All right. So that simple step is just a way of troubleshooting, right? Faith, please capture the attendance and send it to the administrator,
All right,
program
sir.
administrator.
All right, sir.
Yeah. So now, what did we do last week? Let's refresh ourselves. We have learned what we call, what do we call itself? Statement. What again did we learn? We called it one name. That's create syntax. We understand syntax, right? Syntax, statement. Statement is what we have right here. This is a statement. You are trying to make a statement like declaring a variable to have a value. So that's a statement. Syntax are what are acceptable within the JavaScript. Yeah. So this is a full statement that declares something. This also is a statement. So this is a function. So what did I call a function last week? Last 2 weeks? Who can tell me? Yeah, I'm with you. No, I don't have much time tonight. Hope it's not that you guys used all last week that we don't have class. Use it to eat about. Alright. Is there no one in the class?
There is, sir.
I hope I hope,
What
I hope it's not. I hope it's not that you only stop where we stopped because I'm expecting for us to have even gone beyond this. So, according to your own understanding, what is function? What's the uses of function in JavaScript?
Okay, from what I have here, I said that the function element is a property in JS that, and it is called like there's a format in which it is called like what we are given.
No, no. What was it? I took my time to explain function.
Good evening, sir.
Yes. Good evening.
Okay, so function is like a reusable a term. Should I use the word term that was defined? So it's something that was defined that we can reuse when we need to.
When we need to. Okay. Hmm. it contains a set of block of codes. So who can tell me again? I explained function using, I used car functions to explain it. You have car function, right? We have gear, we have steering, and you guys were able to explain at what point what this one is used for. For example, before you can say you want to start using your gear, you have to ignite the car. When you ignite the car, then you can now engage the gear. The gear exchange is applicable because you now want to move the car. So then it's when the car is on motion that you can say that you want to turn the steering, to navigate. So I don't know. Is it that we have forgotten?
I
Hmm.
actually remember like the parts that you asked us, like the different parts of a car and the functions that
No, it's
they
not about
they
remembering
pull.
what I thought. That example is just to explain what we'll be doing in JavaScript. So to me, I think you guys you've not taken your
Yeah, good day, sir.
front-end development serious.
My
Yeah.
background is quite noisy, so I'll just be very brief. What I understand about function is that it is used to create a distinct like the name implies a functionality, something that can be called up, something that can be used to save um, a process that can be reused sometime in the
Okay.
code. So a function gives
Thank you.
room for such independent action. Then from the code,
Independent action.
I sir,
Yeah, yeah, continue. I was just following you.
yes, from the code, I learned that it's more like a banking app, right, where the user has a particular deposit, an account balance, and he wants to withdraw, right? So he puts in the amount he wants to withdraw, and the code validates if he actually have that amount in his account. If he does, then there will be a deduction, right? And the code will appear, the pop-up message will appear that you have so and so balance, transfer successful, you have this balance, right? But if it is not if the amount he's requesting is higher than what he has in his balance, it also throw a message that you have insufficient balance, right? So that's the story of the code, and it was really engaging. I enjoyed it. Thank you, sir.
Oh, thank you very much, Promise. Okay, I think that's very great. Right. So how many of you touch your computer every day to how many of you have started building something since when we started?
Sir,
Hmm.
I actually have not like started something new, but there was an assignment he gave to us, although there were some things that I actually did not get right. So I started working on it and I actually improved like better than the assignments I submitted. So I was now going through the JavaScript manual because it was quite different from CSS and HTML. So I had to like pick them up one by one. So when I tried the example you sent to the group for the JS, I noticed that it wasn't working. That was why I had to like reach out to my fellow colleague.
I told you guys that you should tax yourself. Like try to recreate what is happening on Facebook today. Hmm. If you don't tax yourself, you might just waste, this. We started February and this almost the end of April. So almost 3 months is gone. So I don't want you to waste your time. Do you get? Because when we wrap up this course, I might not be available. I will not even be available again to attend to any question. So this is the ample period of time that you can use to learn it. And you are sacrificing a lot. Imagine joining this call and me also taking my time to come in. You know how tedious it is for me. So to spare this time is a very heavy sacrifice, very heavy. So it won't do you good. It won't do me good. if you just leave it to where you learned it. So it's more as if you are learning, you are going to your school to learn. So you need to you need to create the passion by yourself, by engaging yourself, engaging your mind. All right, let me tell you something. Let me tell you a secret. I was speaking to one of my friend on Monday. That was Monday, yeah, yesterday. He's a senior developer. I was asking him that, oh, what's happening in the workspace now? That, okay, I know senior developer, you guys have junior developer, that with the with AI that has come into the space, how is job opportunity like? That is there still job opportunity for junior developer? He said that no, that all they are junior developer, they've released many of them. And he said something, he said that he will never advise anyone to learn software development right now. And I said, so what's the next thing that they should learn? He now said that it would rather be like a product design or product architecting that they should learn. So you see why I told you guys to learn UI UX. So, but now the crux of the matter is this. How can somebody jump to become a senior developer? The reason why companies may not need a junior developer, give opportunity for like people to learn from scratch in a company and rise to the position of a senior developer is because all the junior developer work that can be done today, AI will do everything. Junior developer to create some code, to write some script, to troubleshoot. AI, cloud AI will do everything. So now what senior developers will just be doing is able to know that, okay, what junior developers are doing initially before is some line of code that will take them 5 days. A senior developer can take in that responsibility and achieve it within 2 hours because of cloud AI. Yeah. So because of that now, my challenge now is how will people grow to come into the industry? So it means there's a disruption already. So now I'm not discouraging you. So what I'm trying to say is this. Use this time to learn the fundamentals, the foundation, so that this becomes a stepping stone. It's not the end for you. You step from this place to enter into another space, which I think I spoke to our colleague. Yeah, we'll be rolling in on another course outline. Because of what I heard, I say in my mind, we have to roll in on that course outline called product architecting. In product architecting, you are leveraging on your knowledge and understanding of software design, software development, not to be writing code, so to be able to know how to add a resource, a software code, 1+1 together to achieve this. So that's actually where I want to take us to. After this course, maybe in June, we will rest. Maybe like June, we'll take the other course that will be software architecting because that will be what will be in demand in the market. It's not that you will not get employed as a front-end software development, but it's going to be very rare, very going to be low. So the next one we'll be looking at. So if you don't master this one now, it will be difficult for you to come into the advanced layer. So I'm just preparing our mind for the future. So please engage, use this time that you have wisely, right? Okay, let's go to this class. So we we spoke about variables. And one thing we learn about variable is that it's used to store data, and we define data types last 2 weeks. We said number, data type as just the common things you are used to, you're familiar to. But the computer, when it's storing a data, it needs to understand what the data is, right? So we have data type numbers. These are like numerical figures. We have alphabet, your A, B, C, X, Y, Z. We have string. Remember we recognize string? Recognize string by, somebody sent me a message. So we recognize strings by this quoted item. So string can contain alphabet and numbers, alphanumeric, it supports it. So when you want to represent something like you want to communicate something, a static communication, you can use string. Yes, so that's why we do here that transfer successful new account balance is. So what is right here is a string. So what we are doing here is concatenating. Remember, I use that word concatenation, meaning string joined with a figure. It can be string, can be number. So in this case, it's account balance. So this is how to communicate my account balance to users. right? I need to let them know that this is account balance by passing this string that transfer successful. New account balance is, and then I put the account balance that has been calculated. So how did we arrive here? We started with function. Function, like what Promise have said, is a block of code that perform a specific task. Do you get? A block of code that perform a specific task. Just like your engine of your car, it perform a particular task. What it pass is to establish electrical, convert mechanical to electrical to get the car to be running, so that the gear can be engaged. So once the engine starts, then the engine is in a running state. Then you can engage the gear. So it's just like before you can engage this transfer function, I need to engage validate account first. So I can call a function from anywhere. And JavaScript, it interprets your code from top to bottom. What I mean by that is, if the computer want to run this, it starts from variable, my account balance equal to 50,000, variable transfer amount equal to this. You do it line by line. You see, if I do this now, you see this validate account. If I come and bring it here, if I put it under here, it's going to fail. You will see what I'm talking about. Can you see this validate account? The function is up, and I'm calling the function down. Just look at what will happen. Just watch out. It's still running. Why is it running? Wait. Let's check something out. Okay, I've validated this first. Okay, wait. There's something I'm trying to test. Let me check it out again. Wait, something has changed. Okay, validate account. Normally for JavaScript, it interprets from top to bottom. Something has changed here. So because I'm calling, even for me calling this here, before it recognizes this function, it's supposed to fail naturally. But I'll get by on that and I'll let you know. I think something has changed in JavaScript. It's not supposed to work. It's supposed to throw an error. The error I should throw is this. Let me show you. You see, uncut reference error, validate account not defined. That's the error it's supposed to throw to you. It means it cannot see it. Right. But I will come back to that. I think something has changed. So in a nutshell, you are calling this function first. So this function is one that it calls this transfer function. So what did we do here? So this function has a variable. The variable is called what? Transfer account. Let me explain to you. What we just did is, there are some function that is expecting an input for you to call it. It means that when you call this function, you must provide something there. So we identify this transfer account as account number. Let me say account number so that it's more relatable to us. Account number. So it's more like I'm passing account number here into here. So this function that I'm calling here means that this function, when it was defined, it said, I need an input. You must provide me something by putting this. You can see that this function, there is nothing there. This one means it is void. It means you don't need to pass anything to me. So if I should call this guy without putting any input here, when it's expecting an input, it's going to fail. Transfer account is not defined. You see, those are the kind of error you start getting. Very funny error. Why did you see transfer account not defined? What it's trying to tell you is this guy is not the okay. Wait, let's run it again. Incorrect account. Yeah, because what it's doing right here is it's calling something. It's calling an empty details here. That you did not pass anything. So it will recognize it as empty. It means the account is incorrect. So actually, JavaScript, this is the basic JavaScript. When we begin to come to advanced JavaScript like jQuery and the likes, there are things that are much robust there, right? So let's proceed. So in a nutshell, for a function can be declared that it wants an input. So that anytime you are calling that function, you must provide an information into it, right? The information must follow because this data here will be reused right here. And this is where we are using it. We're using account number to process account number here, right? So now, this is a block of code, a function. This is a function. A function, you open the brace, you close the brace here. Do you see? Open and close. So what do we now put inside? What did I want this account to do? It should validate account, chicken now. And if the account is validated, do a process transfer form. So it's the same thing you do for login, username, and password. For example, you want to log in. There is a validate login details. Under the validate login details, it captures your username in the box, captures your password in the box, send it via an API that will check your database to say, okay, the username and password this person passed, is it correct? Is it what the person has registered with before? If it's correct, it will now say, I can't validate it. It will now take it to your own page, transfer it to your own page. If it's not, it will now show you that details you used to see. Your username is invalid or your password is invalid. How many of you have experienced that before? Username invalid and password invalid.
Yes, sir. I have.
Yeah. So that's exactly what is running there. So we are going to do all of that, and I wish we have ample of time to do that. So what I'm doing right here is just validate account. So what am I doing? Account number. I'm validating what you input here. And what you input here, that's what I pass here when I'm calling this function. Check if the account number is equals to this. So normally, in a real life situation, this one will be what we input. We'll be putting some things now. We'll be adding some layers to it to make it more interactive. You get, guys? We'll be doing some things. Just watch out. So now, you now add this value, supposed to be authenticated from like maybe a database. And then it validates this. If it's not correct, it tells incorrect account. Then it will stop. It will incorrect account to give you that alert. Then to go back to run this one. If transfer amount is greater than. Now, this is a block of code we call it condition statement. Let's look at it in W3 class. Sorry, when we are doing HTML and CSS, everybody was happy. Everybody was, I think everybody is quiet now.
Sir, excuse me, sir. I
What
have
is
a
it?
question. No.
What's the question?
Okay. The code you're running earlier, where you said account number, because while I was going through it, it was looking like, why are there like so many different things? So in this validate account, there is a figure there.
What's that
I
figure?
want to know why you in the function side where you call that function, the function variable. I want to know why you now had to include the name account number close to that validate account, because
This
I was
one.
like, yes, that account where you have validate account in bracket account number. Because I
This
was
one,
like,
Abi.
yes, I was like, why do you
Account
now
number.
have to bring up a name? You didn't bring the name, like unlike you can say you have this account number first, and then when you now bring the function, you will now include it. So I know that okay, it was already above. I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say, sir. Like I was expecting that this account number would be a variable on its own. That you now say maybe account number in brackets, maybe a figure. Then you now say function, then validate account. That was actually what I was
Okay.
thinking. So I don't know how
Why,
and
like,
why.
why do we have to put it there? Why can't I just declare my account number here, Abi?
Yes, yes. Like when you declare it up and then if you now call it later, I understand that
Yeah.
okay, it's coming from somewhere. Because I was thinking that are we just bringing things from anywhere and just declaring them?
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Okay. It will be clear to you soon. Right. But what I'm just trying to teach is there are instances where a result that is processed somewhere needs to be passed into a function to process something. So that's what I was trying to do here. So because validate account, I don't want it to be a global variable right here. I want it to be that it's an input that is being passed. The input that is being passed is what this block of code or function uses. But you see, I'm going to make it more simpler now. Do you get? I will explain something. Just wait. One thing will answer your question and you understand. But let me explain if and else. So guys, we have something called condition statements. So we learn a lot of condition statements. We have if else, ternary, I don't know that one. Switch, we have something called switch. They're all almost the same. Boolean, and we have logical statement. Do you get? So all these things we are going to learn. But let us stick to if and else. So this is the a degree of trying to code the system to perform, to know if something measures to a truth or a false. Okay, for example, if Sarah Michael is a girl, Sarah Michael is a girl, is it a true or false?
Are they two different questions or is
Okay,
one
no.
question
This is the
altogether?
question. Sarah Michael is a girl, true or false?
True, sir.
True.
All right. Olatunji is a girl.
False.
All right, good. Sarah Michael age is greater than 50.
It's
Well,
false.
we
False. False. Well,
know that.
how can we just answer false if there are no options?
No. A condition statement is to let you know if something is true or false. It's to capture the truth of a thing or the falseness of a thing. So we use it when we want to process something. For example, when you want to process a transaction, and that is what we have right here. I'm processing number one. If account number is accurate, this one means it is not accurate. That's what it means. If I put equals to here, it means it's accurate, it's the same. Meaning that what is here, what is in this guy, is the same thing with what is here. It will process this. Then it now goes further to say that, okay, after you've passed this, if this is false, everything ends here. So that is why you have something like this. If this is false, everything ends there. That's why you have this. Oh, you see this? Wait. Okay. Let's take this. Hold on. Incorrect account. Can you see? So it means that what I did here is this account number. What is this? What's the value of this account number here? Who can tell me?
010101.
Who agrees to that? Hello?
But sir, I noticed that there's a difference in the account number. The one we have in the validate account is different from the one that is in account number is not equal to 010101.
No, don't worry. We are coming
Okay.
there.
Okay,
You see,
sir.
you guys are not getting this thing. What I'm trying to explain here is truth. True or false. The account number here is this guy, this value here. Is it equal to this one? It's not equal, and that is what I've said. Not equal to this. It means it is true. It means that is this guy not equal to this. Yes, is not equal to it. That's why it will throw incorrect account. But let's look at it this way. I will change it over. Is this guy not equal to this guy? It is false because this guy and this guy, they are the same. This guy and what we input here, they are the same. So it will not execute it. It will not throw an alert of incorrect account. It will jump to the next block of code. Else, if transfer amount, the amount we are trying to transfer, which is 30,000, is it greater than account balance? What is account balance? 50,000. It is not greater. It means false. It will not go to the next block line of code. Else, it means if none of those conditions are false, then run transfer fund. So that's why it's able to execute this guy. How many of you understand this simple terminology here?
I understand it, sir.
It's only Sarah that is talking. Every other person are mute.
I understand it, sir.
I
Okay, are we
understand, sir.
sure? Yeah. So if and else is used to dictate, is used to undo truth or false. You will be meeting a lot of truth and false when you are writing code. For example, you'll be writing code that will pick your username, your password, and you need to know if your username and your password is correct. If it's not correct, you will see that error. Your username and password is incorrect. What they did there is a if statement. So if and else is used to undo truth and false. So if something is false, you perform an action. If it is true, perform an action. It's as simple as that. So we have if and else code. So that is what we wrote right here. So now you could see that the engineering of writing a code is not like you know everything once. It is line upon line, precept upon precept. So, but I need to walk you through the foundations. Why we use function, we use condition statement, why we use variable, so you'll be learning a lot of that. So over time, we'll now be seeing how to bind them up together. So let's make our code much more reasonable. Let me put something like this. H4. What should I put here? Account number. Okay. Inputs. Texts. Do you guys remember this?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then let's do something like this. Hello, Faith. Are you sure you're in this class? And Jeffrey.
Yes, sir. Yes, I'm in
Yes, I
class.
am. Really, sir.
Okay. Okay, transfer amount. We are making it a little bit more interesting now. All right. So what I just did right here is to write, see, a code, account number, transfer amount. So what I'm trying to do is, let me tell you guys. So instead of me having the amount I want to transfer right here, I want to input it inside here, inside this guy. Input, you remember your HTML tag, input, to enter input inside a box. And instead of me having account number right here, I want to put it here. What I input, you should process it. Then I have my button. Give it an ID. I'll tell you why I put an ID there. I'll teach you everything. ID equals to transfer. In short, we're going to put our PIN, our password self. I will tell it to ask for password. We'll use that. PTN transfer. Okay. Okay. Let's see. So what is this? Don't mind that guy. Okay, this one. I don't like where it is. It's not. Let me bring it down. Okay, this is it. So I can input my account number, transfer amount 5,000. Because I declared it as number, the data type as number, it will not allow me to enter a text. I'm trying to write alphabet, it's not allowing it. So, wait, it allow E. Why is it allowing E? Okay, maybe exponential. Okay, because of exponential. Okay, so I want to do that when I now click transfer. When I click transfer, that button, it will take my account number, take the transfer amount, and then process this. It will now process this guy. Validator, it will process this guy. So this guy will no longer be needed again. Did you get what I'm trying to do? And also this transfer amount will not be a static value. So I want to make my work more dynamic. Do you get? I want to make it more dynamic. So now, what I want to now do is this. Number one, we need to first of all have the ability to get, like what Sarah said. So, var account number. Account number. Don't let me confuse you. Account number. And then this one. So I need to declare them. So what I want to do is, I want to be able to get the value from this box. Allow JavaScript to get it. I told you JavaScript can manipulate anything inside HTML and can also impute. It can manipulate. It means it can take and push, change it. So I want to get the value inside there. Get the value inside there. Use it to process my code. So what do we do first? So let me go to Google and say, how can I get the value of a HTML text using JavaScript? Can you say that this is a simple thing? How can I get the value? Because that's what I want to do, right? I want to get the value of account of this box, So what do we do? Where's the code? This is the code. I'll explain it to you. So all I need to do is this. Come here. Put this here. Put this here. My account balance can still be static. Yeah, it's a constant value. 50,000 naira is my account balance. At the point where we connect it to an API, I will let us know. Then this one also. So this one, document.get element by ID. What does it mean? Get element by ID. The ID for this one is text account now. That's why I put this ID. Get element by ID. It means what it's doing is this. Document.get element by ID dot value. It means get element by ID. By this ID, get the value we impute inside. The value we impute right here, this value. It will now get it. And now do what? Then store it in this variable, transfer amount. So it can now be dynamic. So anything I enter in that box is going to be what will represent my account number. You get that? So the same thing I'll repeat for this guy. Account number. So get element by ID. What's the ID? You have to be very careful. The ID I declared here, text transfer amount. So I bring it down here also, text transfer amount, so that it is whatever I enter in transfer amount, it will store for my, wait, what am I doing? Okay. Account number, transfer amount, account number, okay, I think account number, transfer amount. Okay. Okay, I'm changing it. This for account number, you should store account number. Get element by account number. Transfer amount, get element by transfer. Meaning, before I put 30,000 for transfer amount. Now, I want it to be dynamic. I want to just put in my ATM, I want to punch 20,000. I want to transfer 30,000 in my mobile banking app. I want to transfer this. And my account balance is static, 50,000 error. Do you get? So what do we do next? We now have this. So the next thing I want to do is when I click this, when I click transfer, do this. So that is where a JavaScript as an action will be coming in now. So it means if I initiate this, I told you that every object is in a state of inertia until an external force is applied. So this time we are applying an external force on what is called transfer. So that when I click transfer, something happens. Are you guys with me to this point?
Yes, sir.
You're with me, right? Sarah, Faith.
Yes, sir.
All right. So I said I want to perform an action whenever I click on this button. This is a button. This is my button here. Look, this is my button. I gave it a name. And I also gave it an ID. So at this point, when we are dealing with JavaScript, we need to put an ID on all our elements that we will need to use. Maybe we want to get a value from it, we want to put a value to it, or we want to create an action. You know that we can also create an action on our input. How many of you have seen this expression before? This, an expression where you are typing in a text box and it's doing auto-suggestion for you. How many of you have seen that before? What you are typing is auto-suggesting to you.
Yes, I've seen that.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, good. So what they did here is on what's it? On input, perform an action. So it means all elements in HTML can be manipulated with JavaScript. Like based on, we have something called on mouse rollover, on mouse press, on mouse click. There are different events. So the event I want to do is on button click. This one, when I click this button, perform something to me. When I click this button, this guy. So let me say on button click using JavaScript. I want to get the code because I can't remember the code, to be honest. I can't store too many things in my head. Can you see it? You see, an example. AI already suggested an example. You see, you put an ID, and this is JavaScript to do that. Number one, we declared the button. Declare the button. They used a constant variable. Yeah, constant variable it means it can never change. Button transfer. Let me see. Transfer button. Transfer button. Yeah. Get element by ID. What's the ID? What's the ID for this? For this button?
Button
What's
transfer.
the ID? Eh?
Button transfer.
BTN transfer.
Yeah,
Bit
thank you.
transfer.
Yeah, so you put it here. So get element by ID. We also have something called get element by name. Now, an identity is different from name. An identity is like you have identity now, don't you have? Account number is an identity, right? Unique to you. But if we are talking about name, you have a name. Other people can bear Sarah, right? Other people, we have many people bearing Sarah, we have many people bearing Faith. So what it means, if you can use an ID for one element at a time, but you can use name for multiple elements. So this is what I mean. You can have name. Can say name, account number. I can declare something like this. And what I'll be saying is, in right, I will say get element by name, but we want to stick to ID. So I'm just telling you many diverse things that exist, right? So this one, I can also reuse this for that one, but I'll tell you when to use it. Let me confuse you on that. Right. Anyway. Okay. So get element by is get the button ID. And what we want to do is to perform an action. Add event listener on click. So that's what we want to do. So we now say what? We say what? We do this. So this is what we are doing. Can you see our code is becoming much more bogus now? So what we are doing is this transfer button that we've gotten the element by ID. Add event listener. What's the event listener? Click. So see, this thing is just what? A copy and paste code. But you need to understand it. You need to understand what it's doing. So what this is doing is to add event listener, meaning that an action is taking place. When an action takes place on this object, so we get this object details and say that add event listener of click. You can add event listener of push, of press, of different ones. So what I did now is on click. What should it do? So that when I click, I cannot take my validate account inside this click event. I can take it here. So this one, what should I change this one to? I want somebody very smart that is following. The value here, what will it be now?
I think account number.
Which account number? Where is it?
Like where this validate account, the value you put in the bracket account number, I think that's where it should be.
It's going to be this one. This guy.
Okay.
This account number will be passed there.
But this account, the one you just said now that is meant, this account number, is it the same as this account /NO underscore NO?
Is different. It's the same. They are the same value. It's the same value that we pass here, that will come here.
Okay. I thought it's the one that has the NO that is meant to be there, actually.
Yeah, don't worry. You'll get it, don't worry. It will look confusing for now. So another thing I need to pass is transfer amount. But you know what? One thing I want to do is, this will not work right. I will tell you why it will not work right. So transfer amount also should be passed right here. Right? So therefore, this will have something called another variable. TRSF amount. Got that right? Then it will be here. I hope I have not confused some people like this. Okay, so this is what I've tried to do. I've declared these guys so that they are dynamic. Let me separate this first. Account number, transfer amount is what you input. The button, I apply the function on the button. Validate account now carries two inputs. The first input is account number, so that it will process it here. So this account number will be passed here. This transfer amount will be transferred here. Do you get? So that this account number, I can use it within this block. See, I can still reuse this same. So this one, the values passed here and this one is the same, but the declaration of the variables are different. This is a function. I can determine how to declare the input I'm expecting for my function. And the input has to be different from the variable I've declared. So you cannot use two variables at the same time. You might be creating conflicts. So what matter is, whatever I pass here is this guy, account number, and this guy will see it as account number so that I can reuse it inside this line of code as account number. And also this transfer amount is seen as TRSF amount, which can be used here as transfer a TRSF amount. The value is the same with this guy. Do you get? So let's run this code, but this code is not gonna work. And this is the reason. So let's create our troubleshooting intact. Okay, let me enter this. Shiri. Will it work? Let's try. Incorrect account, really? Okay, let's input the right account number. Can you see? Is it not supposed to work? Hello? Do you know why it's not working?
No.
Because when I run my website, it automatically executed this. And on runtime, the value it picked is empty. For example, to test it, to show you why it didn't work. Let me do something like alert. Or, no, that is bad. Don't let me teach you on that. We use console to troubleshoot. Use console to do what? Do console. This. I can say, input for account number is this. I want to know this. So that when I click the button, it prints that out. Let me refresh this. Incorrect account. Input account number is. Do you see that it's empty? Hello, can you see this?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
What I did right here is that I'm trying to do console.log that, okay, before you execute this guy, let me even know what is inside this account number. Capture the value here. The reason why it is showing empty is because on runtime, the variable captured this guy. Look, this is runtime. This is runtime. What is here?
Empty.
What is here too?
Empty.
Empty, right? So
Yes,
at the
sir.
point of entering something here, and I initiate this button, the button event is, you see, that's what we call variable. It's still saying this guy as empty. So to be able to change that, you will see what we change now. I will remove this variable from here and apply it right here so that it will capture the value when I click the button. So when I click the button, that's when it will capture the value. It will be different now. You see, I refresh. Then let me capture this guy. Input the account number there and the transfer amount. Let me do it. Oh yeah, transfer. Bam. On code. Okay. Transfer amount is not defined. Which another error. Okay, let's troubleshoot this error. It's on JavaScript account.js.js31. Line 31. So this is how to troubleshoot. Line 31. You see? So line 21 is saying that it cannot recognize transfer amount because I have transfer amount is no longer global. So what I'll do is this. I'll undeclare this, put it here, call this one is 0 by default. I know I'm doing some magical. Some people will start looking like, hey, voila, we enter like this.
They carry me go.
Don't worry, you'll be fine. You'll be fine, don't worry. See, we are taking it step by step. This is how you can learn, don't worry. We troubleshoot together, we see the issue. So let's input our account number. At least let's get our code to work. I will now explain to you. You put your account number, then 20,000. Transfer. You see, transfer successful. New account balance is what? 30,000. Our code is working now. And this one was able to capture the input now. The input is, it's captured this input that I put here. Why? Because I'm able to, I told the code to get, number one, let me explain. The reason why I put transfer amount as 0 is because you need to know what is called a global variable and a function variable. What did I call it? Global variable and a function variable. Right. A global variable is, remember, a variable is something that is subjected to change. Right? It means I can say that, oh, hey guy, you are storing 30 now. Later, I can say, oh, no, you are no more storing 30, you are storing 100 now, you are changing. Yeah, I can command that. So you can, when you declare something global variable, this is what it means global. It means it is outside of a function at the top. Anything declared outside of a function at the top is a global variable. It means it can be accessible everywhere. But if I declare a variable within a function, it can only be utilized within that function. So that's the reason why when I do this transfer amount right here, transfer amount can only be used within this block of function. But this guy, transfer fund, need access to transfer amount. Is it going to run?
No.
It won't
No.
run. It won't run because it does not recognize it. Because this function, it's trying to access a variable that should be global. But this guy has monopolized this variable. It is declared inside this function and utilized inside this function, and it ends there. You get. The other way I would have done it is I would have said that, okay, put transfer amount in transfer fund. You know, it will work this way and say that, and just use transfer amount too. Yeah, no problem. Then I change this to this. It will still work. This will work. This will work. Do you get? So what I'm trying to do to you tonight is to explain concepts and different ways of making things to work. So my code does not necessarily has to be your code. You see, transfer successful, your no account balance is what? 49,600. Did it work or not? It worked. But some people are not really. So, Sarah, do you see what you are trying to ask the other time? Where you said, can't I just declare the variable for account number up instead of passing it into a function? Do you remember that your question?
Yes, sir.
Do you see that this solves it now? Let me go back again.
Okay.
What I try to explain here is why we got this error. This error we got here. This error. I want to regenerate the error. This guy, and we put a number figure. He said, transfer amount is not defined. Why did he give this error? Who gave this error? You see, JavaScript JS, line 31. That's how to troubleshoot. Line 31 is one throwing this error. And transfer amount, it cannot recognize it. So why can't it recognize it? Number one, it's not a variable declared. It's not declared within the function input. And it's not declared globally. Did you understand that to this level, Sarah?
Okay, sir. But
It can ask your question, yeah.
okay. The reason I asked is because let me make reference to Python now. For Python, I know that I can say, okay, A equal to this, B equal to this. So if A is maybe less than what it is, it should return something. So I don't know if it's actually the same thing here.
It's the same thing. Look at what we did. Look at
Okay,
what we
sir.
did. You will see what we did. So that's why I changed it to this. I now declared this. Like what we said, A equals to this. I now said my transfer amount in global level is 0. Then, while I try to run this, perform an action on this button, this value will now change to this because I now said transfer amount equals to this dot get value. At this point, when I click the button, it tries to get the value of transfer amount, which is this guy. It tries to get this value at this point when I click this button. So automatically, the variable for this changes from 0 to this new value that is captured here. So therefore, transfer amount has changed globally so that this guy can now access the change value of transfer amount. It can also have access to the global variable for transfer amount. This is what I try to say. There are two ways to run it. I can say that pass input of transfer amount in this function so that transfer fund here, you input this transfer amount right here as it's passed. Likewise, I might not need to do this also. You see, I can just change this to transfer amount. Why? Because initially my transfer amount is 0, nothing. But the moment I click the button, my transfer amount changes to the value I input inside here. It changes. And as it changes, the global variable change. I told you variable changes. Constant value variable does not change. Variable changes. That is declared. As I declare it as 0 here, automatically the transfer amount is this.
We can't
Now,
hear you, sir.
can you hear me? Hello, guys. Am I
Can
audible?
anyone else hear him clearly?
Yeah, I can hear you, sir.
Really?
I hear you from my end.
They can hear me, Sarah. Check your speaker.
Okay, I
All
can
right.
hear you now.
So now, account balance is 50,000. This, my account balance, will calculate my account balance minus transfer amount, meaning the transfer amount are imputed here. So the new account balance will change. So let's test it out. You will see what I'm talking about.
Okay, sir, is it let me get what you're trying to say here now. It is that when we impute a new value, like the slot that is made available for that value, once we impute it, it automatically takes that value that we
It takes the
enter,
new
right?
value. Yes, yes. Computer automatically updates it straight.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what variables,
Okay.
that's
Thank you.
the essence of variables. So let's refresh. Let's test again. This is my account number. My transfer amount is what? 50,000. And how much did I have as my account balance right now? I said 50,000 already. 50,000 is the account balance, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So then I put 30,000. I want to transfer 30,000. I say transfer.
Okay.
Transfer successful 20,000.
Okay.
Now, the new account balance is what now?
20,000.
If I say 400, what will it do now? You see, transfer, your new account balance is what? It has deducted 400 from that 20,000. The variable has changed. The variable changing now is this guy. Because this guy, this new calculation of my account balance, 20,000 minus 400 naira, it changed to 19,600. So this guy become 19,600 according to the computer variable. If I now say I want to transfer 20,000, what will it say? Sorry, you have insufficient balance. Did you see that? If I still
Yeah.
say I want to transfer 2,000, what will it do? Transfer successful. Your new balance is what? 17,600. If I say I want to transfer 10,000, transfer successful. Your new account balance is 76. Who is performing those changes? It is this guy, transfer fund. My account balance. This my account balance. This is it in the global variable. It's a global variable here. So I said my account balance, the account balance itself minus transfer amount that you are transferring. Automatically, it changes the new value for the account balance. So subsequently, if you want to do another operation, it changes. But the moment I refresh, everything change. It switch back to the default. It switch back to 50,000. So if I do this, if I say 40,000 is what I want to transfer. Transfer. You say your account balance now, new account balance is what? 10,000. It has deducted 40,000. Did you get it now?
Yes, sir. Okay, does it mean that if I don't if I don't refresh and I keep performing that transaction, the money will just be reducing.
It
But
will
the
be
moment I
reducing.
refresh, it will now start
Yes.
from the top.
Now, mind you, the reason for this is because we are using a static value for your account balance. In real sense, we are supposed to go to your account balance in your bank to do transfer, and then we update your account balance in your bank. So that subsequently, when you want to make another transfer, it goes to your account balance first. So we'll come to that when we are beginning to deal with database and integration to APIs. But did you understand it to this aspect? We've done a lot of
Yes,
magic
sir.
here. But if you can listen to this video over again, right? Because I need to call it a day. So do you have any question? At least what we've covered today, I've explained a function is a block of code. that is able to perform a task. I've explained condition statement. Condition statement will help you to achieve false or true. And I say false or true will necessarily, see, false or true, you will not escape it in Java, you will not escape it in Python, you will not escape it in Go, you will not escape it in PHP. It's a standardization. You will not escape it in AI. So if an else is to help you to know, okay, is this thing true? If this statement true, is this statement false? Is it true? If it's true, do this. If it's false, do this. We use it to perform authentication or to process certain things. Yeah. So I taught you that, and I also taught you how to use variable to how to be able to capture what you input in an HTML form input tag and store it in a variable. That's what we did right here. Get element by ID, right? So that we can be able to perform dynamic operation task like getting your account number, then process it, the transfer amount, process it. And I also taught you global variable, help you to explain how to understand global variable. A global variable is declared at the top outside of a function so that the state of change of that variable can be applicable across your source code. There are points in time where you need to declare. So you should know some variable that are only used within your what function. Some variable that has to be declared globally because they will be accessible by different functions. And I taught you how to declare variable for within function, like the input variable for functions. Not all functions have input variable, but there are sometimes you need to your own style of coding might require that you pass input in your function. Your style of code might be that you pass it in your global variable. But you could see this one, this function I declared here. You could see this one is not a global variable. This transfer account number, it's gotten at the point of executing button action on click events. And I taught you how to perform on click events on buttons. So you could see that we did not arrive at this once. We were going step by step. Okay, let's add a form element input. Okay, how do I get the input of this form element? Okay, how do I use this button to process my validate account instead of it just running by default when I refresh? I click on the button, it does this. When it does this, okay, how does it reflect? How does it change this? So that's how to write a code. Did you get it?
Yes, sir.
All right. So I'll give you guys a very heavy assignment because you guys, all of you enjoyed your time last week. So I give you a very heavy assignment. So this is it. So I'm giving you the source code, the HTML and the JavaScript. You can replicate it on your side, practice it, learn it, practice it. So your assignment is you are going to build a calculator. Do you get a calculator that can do plus, minus, multiplication, and minus? You can consult AI to help you to understand how to build a calculator with JavaScript and HTML. But mind you, when we come to the next class, you are going to explain to me all of your block of code, what it does, all of the operation. You explain everything to me totally. So I will put the assignment on your RDI portal for you to work on. So guys, we'll be calling it a day, and thank you for joining for tonight. And that will be all for now. Any other question, please put it on the group. Anything you don't understand from this code, look at it. Anything you don't understand, put it on the group. I will respond to everything. All right. Take care, everyone. Bye, and God bless.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Good night.
Bye, sir.